Hi, today I'm going to introduce the origin of the universe and universal sciences one by one, the subjects of it one by one. This will take few videos. First of all, I have already done the origin of the universe. I have put the numbers so we can go according to this order also. Because this is a very broad, deep content. The content is very large. So it's better if you also understand, you also study this content according to this order that we are giving. So first one I've done already, figuring out the universe's origin and figuring out light, mass and time at the universe's origin. Then I've done the how the force cube is created. I've explained the perpendicular origin, opposite origin, and force cube, and the nucleus of the force cube, and also sphere surface of the force cube. All these lessons are already done. You study these lessons, and for further understanding only, I've given a lot of lessons about figuring out the universe's origin, light, mass and time also. So study those. Then under universal sciences, we are giving about 63 sciences we are introducing. Under universal sciences, the Upavidya 2.1. Upavidya is the first lesson. It is the universe's energy distribution mechanism. That's very important for every creation, because now for an example, let us take our body, the human creation. So for us to live, every moment, for us to live, or to maintain our existence, we need to continue the existence according to a certain set of rules, a certain mechanism. This is how our organs work. This is how our movements happen. This is how we deal with outside, with other beings and other material things. So there has to be a wisdom for that. Then that wisdom also should come to us, should come to this creation every moment. If that wisdom, the mechanism, doesn't come to us every moment, then we will not be able to do all those activities. Our body cannot function every moment as per the requirements. For that wisdom, the methodology to come to us, it is there has to be a certain mechanism for that wisdom to reach us, to every creation, to human beings, to planets, to the earth, sun, moon, and to the plants, other animals, other creations, other beings. So every moment that wisdom has to reach those creations. Then that is happening through the energy distribution mechanism of the universe. Universe's energy reaches, that means the wisdom reaches every creation every moment. So according to that wisdom only all these creations function. Creations can be operated. Now, for me to talk, for an example, when I am talking, how many, my all body parts are working, and I have to produce voice. Then for that I have to use my mouth, and there is a very complicated mechanism There are a lot of functions happening in my body, and my brain works, my mind works. I have to think for all those things. All those activities will not take place just because of the food that I take in, food that I eat. It is happening through a wisdom. Now, when we were discussing about explaining the universe's origin, then I have explained the light, mass and time comes to all creations from the universe's origin, and it is the only point where all energy enters into the universe. From the universe's origin only all energy enters into all creations. So once the universe's origin receives energy in terms of forces, in terms of light force, mass force and the force of time, then when the universe's origin receives those, then it can distribute those to all creations. So that is what is happening. So that is what we are discussing as the first one, first subject under Universal Sciences, Upavidya. When it comes to Upavidya, Vidya means the science. I couldn't find any other English term for this subject to be named. That is why I've given the Sinhala name. Upper means actually it is the Polish characteristic. All these creations have a surface. Then for the energy receives all these creations through the surface only. And our skin, I have discussed this when I was explaining the force cube, the sphere surface creation of the force cube. There the sphere surface is a polished surface, and after the creation of the nucleus of the force cube, the nucleus attracts light, mass and time from the surroundings outside the force cube. Then those light, mass and time cannot reach the nucleus. Instead they spread over the sphere surface of the force cube. So gradually the sphere surface becomes more and more powerful, stronger, and it attracts more and more light, mass and time from the surroundings as forces. Then while the nucleus is attracting and the sphere surface is attracting light, mass and time, the sphere surface rotates within the force cube. When it is rotating, the attracted light, mass and time spread over the sphere surface, making it smoother and polished, the sphere surface. As a result, it can attract more and more light, mass and time onto the surface, more and more universe's energy to the surface. Then I have discussed that energy, the characteristic of the sphere surface we find on our skin and inside our eye and on teeth, and that polish characteristic, the shiny characteristic. Polish means, when it comes to a polished surface, a shiny smooth surface, it has specific characteristics. It has a higher absorption ability. It can attract more things from the surroundings. So due to that characteristic, our eyes, our skin, our teeth the tongue, and that characteristic we can find in our ears, all organs, and on leaves, plant leaves, and on the fruit peels. So that is the polish characteristic, to attract the energy from outside. And that is the that's the genetic technology. That is the origin of genes. The sphere surface within the force cube is the origin of genes. Force cube. This sphere surface. It's the gene. It's the origin of gene. Now today you all are familiar with the genes, about the genes that the scientists have observed through microscopes. But this, of course, you can never observe like that. Using devices you cannot observe this gene. Genes are the basic building blocks. That means the gene carries the intelligence for all creations. Now, as the intelligence, the basic characteristics are being carried to us every moment, are being transferred to us every moment. So our bodies, all universe's creations will work as according to their original creations. All human beings work in a certain manner which is different from plants. So like that, plants work according to a different manner, according to different functionality. So all those characteristics to the plants, to the beings, are coming from the sphere surface. That's the genetic technology. And so there has to be a mechanism in the universe for this intelligence to pass to all creations, so that all creations work according to the original characteristics. But now, of course, this origin of genes is covered by our egoism. That is why we don't see these original characteristics in these creations within beings. So through that mechanism only, through this mechanism only, the universe distributes its energy to all creations through the genetic technology. When it comes to our eyes should be able to absorb light from the surroundings. That's the energy. If it cannot absorb light, then we will not be able to see the outside objects. Our ears should have a characteristic, should have a mechanism to attract sound energy from the surroundings. That attraction ability, the characteristic should be in all organs. And our teeth are polished. Teeth are polished and shiny. They are shining because of this characteristic. The teeth receive universe's energy always, but that purest universe's energy is not visible in this world. Because these worlds, our world, are transient worlds and fully covered. This purest energy is fully covered by our egoism. But it is coming to all creations. And for the tongue also, you know, when it comes to our tongue, it attracts the taste. To attract things, it's a characteristic. That characteristic also comes from the sphere surface. From this sphere surface, it is attracting. So that characteristic you find in our tongue also. I will explain this with diagrams. Then you can understand how it works. So it's Upavidya. Then the second subject is the science of teeth, which describes the first human generation of the universe. First human generation. Now, when we think about a family, the human generation goes from one generation to another generation like that. It continues, the existence continues. Then now let's take an individual, one family. Then when the parents are mating, male, female are mating, then they give birth to a child, they create the next generation. How do they know? Just because of their mating, they don't know to create a child, to create their next generation, to give birth to a son or a daughter. But it comes from the universe's origin, from the science of teeth. The universe first establishes its very first human generation, and that human generation is our first four teeth, the top two and the bottom two in the middle of our mouth. So that's the first human generation. They are at the universe's origin. That human generation exists as the father, characteristic of father, mother, daughter and son. One family, one generation is established as forces in the universe. They exist as the 14th structure at the beginning of the universe. So that structure, that mechanism, the plan comes to all families, comes to all beings, males and females. Due to that characteristic, because the universe wants to create generations, it wants to maintain existence, because it's receiving energy continuously. So it has to use up that energy, and that is why it gives the energy to creations, to create beings, plants and worlds. So that is why the human beings, the males, females have to mate. Wherever there is a male, wherever there is a female, it comes genetically, they want to meet. That is that genetic characteristic comes from the universe's origin, from the first cube. So now, today we see that in the younger generation, present generation, many people, many males, females, they try to live separately, like they try to live individual lives. That is against the universal laws, because universe wants to continue the existence. That's not the way that the universe likes. you may say that no, we have economical issues and lot of other problems to run a family, to get married, to have children. That's because those problems arise because of the egoism of people, because this world has become it's ruined, it's destroyed now. It's not a good place for us to live. We've destroyed it. All systems, every field, education, health, economic, religion, other social levels, all those fields are in a great uncertainty. The present whole world has gone to uncertainties in all fields. The whole population, world population, is facing problems due to these uncertainties due to their egoism. Due to the egoism, the people think that all the resources, all the materials, everything should be owned by one person. I should have all these properties, not the other people. So that's the egoism. But the universe doesn't do like that. It supplies energy to create beings only, not to create egoism. The egoism was generated by the beings, human beings, after infinite time, from the establishment of these everlasting sciences. Universe established these everlasting sciences an infinite time ago, and after that, after infinite time, only the human beings created the egoism, defilements. Because of that, the world has come to uncertainties. The whole world is going from bad to worst in all fields. The next one is the science of human jaws. How did the universe create the human jaws, and on what purpose it created the jaws? Now, we know that already. We've discussed in previous lessons that what is the purpose of creating the mouth? What's the purpose of creating a being first? The universe created beings for the propagation of plants, to continue the existence of plants. We are the servants of plants. Because of that, we are the servants of plants. We have to serve, provide our service to the plants. We are like slaves, the human beings, according to the universe. Then, for that reason, before the universe created a full being, it first created the teeth structure. So that is why, to eat the fruit and to propagate the seeds, for the existence of plants, for that purpose only the teeth were created first. Then in order to establish a methodology, a plan for the teeth to eat fruit, for the teeth to access the fruits, the universe created the teeth. And now what we see in the human structure, we can see the mouth is on the surface of the head structure of our face. Now the universe creates the fruits for plants, and the head structure of the head first for the beings. So the universe has two ways of creating the fruits and the human beings. The fruits were created. Now for an example, let us consider the coconut fruit. Then its fruit, the fleshy part, is inside the fruit, inside the coconut shell. Then if the mouth was also created inside the structure of the head, then what will happen? If the mouth was also created like the coconut fruit, then the mouth can never reach the fruits, because then the mouth is inside. The teeth will be located inside this head structure. So it cannot reach the fruits. So then the universe cannot continue the existence of plants from one generation to another generation. Therefore, the universe establishes a supreme technology. Actually, this is a very advanced supreme technology mechanism plan to bring the teeth outside. The teeth has come to the surface of our head structure. You might think that this is simple, but this is not simple at all. If this was inside the head structure, we can never eat the fruit. We can never access the fruits. So that is, we will be discussing how the human jaws were created with the diagrams later. So that's it. And then the next subject is science of lust. It's the great science of lust. I will be explaining this also with the help of these diagrams that I am explaining under these sciences, science of teeth diagrams. When the universe created the face, it first created the teeth, then after that the teeth want to eat fruits, but teeth were created on the surface of the head structure, but teeth cannot see the fruits, because if a being wants to eat the fruit, it first has to see the fruits. By seeing the fruits only, then it can identify, the human being can identify that it's a food for him to eat. For that purpose, the universe created the eye. Then the human beings look at the fruits. They can see the fruits before they eat it. So that's how universe has planned out all these things. In that purpose, the human beings can see the fruits. Not only that, the human beings also should continue from one generation to another generation. Then the male-female beings should mate. The mating process also should take place. Then universe has planned out that also. The universal wisdom has planned out to meet the male and female beings. Before they meet, they have to see each other. Male has to see the female. So the eye has to be there. Then by seeing at the first vision, only at the very first vision, when a male sees the female, that is the first impression for them to, now in our world, for them to start the male-female attraction, continue the attraction. But at the universe's origin, as there's no physical bodies, by looking at each other, by seeing the female being by male being, by seeing the male being by female being, by seeing each other, the mating process takes place. The mating process takes place at the universe's origin in the absence of physical bodies by seeing each other's body. So that is the origin of lust. That's the origin of lust, and that is what we are discussing under the science of lust. There is a science for that also. So that science has come to us. That energy, the mechanism has come to us also.